Well, it's because I think they had enough guts to take a risk and just go somewhere where, most shows would not go. And when you take a risk, you either the rewards are very high or you fall flat on your face. And in this case, the rewards are very high because it was very well done, well written, and the shock of what happened really is going to resonate to this season. So it's good. I mean, you have to, tie those loose ends and figure out where it goes from there. So unlike the other seasons where it started with something new, I think I kind of felt this season had to start where last season ended in order to tie up those loose ends. Well, I mean, I feel like Angel makes himself available to him to help in any way. He considers Dexter a really good friend, and he admires him, and he respects what he does, and how the kind of family man that he is, so I think Angel responds like, whatever you need, I'm here to help you. As well as the motivation to try and find out who did this. And, and of course, that motivation can always clash. And so that's what, it's always interesting. Everyone in the show is motivated to find out what happened to Rita. And in that motivation, you never know, things can come up and there could be, conflict, but unbeknownst to everyone else. Batista and Laguerta got married, and it was, it's a kind of storyline that I really enjoyed because number one, it really brings out a whole different dynamics to each character. And also, it's really great to work with Lauren Velez, who I've worked with in the past. And so that aspect of it was really attractive to me. And so I'm glad that they did that. Well, we pick up in the situation where Rita has died, and they have to deal with that right, in the midst of being newlyweds. And that's going to create pressure and conflict that, that's already tough when two people get married. This just escalates it. And the fact that she's his boss, that just adds to the dynamic of that. It's almost the passion and then the friction. And that passion and friction are always colliding. And so it makes for a very interesting relationship, I think. And I think it's going to go somewhere this year that it's going to go to different avenues, and how they handle it is going to be interesting. What's interesting about the show is that you're going to hear the journey of Dexter. The audience is part of that journey because they hear what he's thinking, and a lot of the times the audience, the viewers, know a lot of information that the characters don't know. And so that makes for interesting, television, because you actually know what's going to happen, and you may know what's going to happen, but the characters don't, and that always brings attention, always brings an interest of what's going to happen. And so I think that that's what's different, I think, than other shows. I think other shows are more to the point, and I think I feel they take less risks than a show like Dexter. I think the writers are not afraid to go into places where, would be considered taboo in other areas, and I think they're willing to go that route. They're willing to take a risk. That's just the way the show's been for 5 years. The writing has been amazing. The way how everyone just comes in and really invested in trying to put on the best show possible. And it shows. It shows when you watch the show.